So yesterday, May 25th, the day after what would have been my 19th wedding anniversary, I went to the house as scheduled between the attorneys to get my stuff that I purchased post-separation. I think that's a big part that these people are missing is the stuff I got yesterday is the furniture and all that I purchased after separation. So he has no right to it. And it's actually like theft by deception or something because he's been holding on to it. And so I go in there yesterday to get my furniture and stuff I purchased post-separation. And of course they, didn't know I was coming. I don't know if if he just keeps them in the dark or what he does. But anyways, so they called the cops. I'm in there with the constable. The movers are on their way. But I did set back the movers like an hour and a half, 2 hours from my arrival. Because one, I didn't know we were walking into, and two, I wanted to pack the room first. Because what they've been doing is they've been deciding what of my stuff I'm allowed to keep and what of my stuff they want. I can't wait. Anyways, so they've been piling all of the stuff that they don't want in this room. And I know what it looked like. So I wanted to get in there. And I have pictures from the day I left. It didn't look like this. So needless to say, they wouldn't let us in till the movers got there. Which, I don't even know who created that. But I'm like, oh. So I got to pay the movers by the hour. You know what I mean? So had I been able to get in there and get packed, because I have to go through everything they packed because it's a very specific list of stuff I'm allowed to take. So if it's not stuff that is on this list, then I can't take it, So now I have to go through everything that they have in boxes and determine what I can take this trip. We're still, marital assets haven't been divided yet, and this is the part that I don't think they understand. Tom has not signed any deal, So although I've offered him several deals, really sweet deals, he refuses to sign any of them. So if he doesn't sign them, then any offer I had within isn't there either. It's not in effect. So at this point, like I told him in one of the last texts I sent him in March, we're just going to let the judge decide now. Because I can't get him to come to any sort of agreement. So, anyways, we get in there. It's now 10:30, 11 o'clock. Because there was an issue with moving the truck and getting the truck positioned. And I had gone in and started packing and moving the stuff over so we could access the furniture. Well, then she wanted me to leave the house while they turned the truck around. I had to stop what I was doing and leave the house. This is what the constable told me. He was like, this is ridiculous. I was like, I know. I said, but this is all, oh my God, I can't wait. The statements I have now is just further proof. You know what I mean? They're acting like they're doing me a favor by letting me get my stuff that they have no right to. He has no right to. He's been hiding it from me long enough. You can't take somebody else's stuff and hold on to it and it's not theft. You don't have to be a cop to figure that one out. And so long story short, I'm looking at the clock. It's already noon. And I'm like, let's just get this first bedroom out. Because then at one point, she come in. She's like, the pots and pans are missing. I'm like, look, I only took the ones that said Tupperware. Because my list says all in caps, Tupperware, right? I said I only took those two. And she's like, well, I don't know where they went. I have a picture of them. It's time-stamped. It's dated. I said, I don't know. I figured what happened. Because what they do is they hide stuff before I come, right? That's what Tom does. And now I have proof of it on record. That this is what they do. So they like to hide stuff before I show up, right? And so I said, I'll bet you Tom took them and hid them because he's concerned I'll take them because they were my Christmas present. He gave them to me, which more than likely I'm going to wind up with anyways. Once the judge gets a hold of this, I'll have those pots and pans. But I didn't take them. I took the Tupperware ones. I needed the 2 Tupperware. I need the Tupperware stuff to do my shows and stuff now that I'm back with Tupperware, which is why the Tupperware is missing out of the garage. 3 huge totes. That's an interesting. So I have a picture of those 3 totes from like 12 something on March 30th. It's like 12:22. And then I have the picture of her barricading us on the driveway at like 12:25. So it was obviously the pictures I took when I was done. So we got in the car, I got in the truck and tried to leave. And then, of course, the cop call. So now those totes are missing. But they think, and I have proof. Again, the constable was there. This constable is going to be amazing at the court hearing. And long story short, she finds her father who had disappeared. Probably down to the camper where the rest of my shit is. And he's like, yeah, I put him in the oven. So she goes to the constable, yeah, we have him. Figured as much. I'm like, I haven't even, at this point, I hadn't even put any boxes in the trailer. There was no boxes in the trailer. The only things in the trailer at this point were the furniture, the big furniture pieces. And I'm like, and I even told her, and the constable was like, yeah, I heard you. I was like, search my boxes if you want to. No, I don't want to do that. That's for the cops to do. I'm like, okay, you're going to call the cops again. Like, they were already aggravated. When they showed up, he walked over to the constable. He's like, why am I here? Why'd they call 911? I'm like, I don't know. All of us just shook our head like, I said, I show up on property I own, and she calls the cops. I'm like, I don't know. I can't wait to get that 911 call. But, long story short, we got the bedroom set. Jay got his Nerf guns, which was the only thing he wanted. I asked him before I made that list, I'm like, what do you want out of the house? Like, what is it you want? He was like, my Nerf guns. I was like, that's it. He was like, yeah. He's like, I don't need anything from there. He's like, we have everything we need, Mom. I was like, oh. I said, okay, I'll put Jay's Nerf guns. I did put personal belongings just in case he found something else he wanted. But, there wasn't anything else right now. But like I said, and she's like, I'm giving you grace, allowing you in here. I said, they don't realize that I could have had them all evicted on April 3rd. I was asked. And I said no. More so for financial reasons. Because if I evict them, that means I have to pay the mortgage. But right now I need them to pay the mortgage. And other than the fact that there's super gaudy decor in every room, that's going to need to be just, oh my God, I can't. The whole first floor needs, at least, I don't even know what the other floors look like, but it's going to need a huge gallon of Kilz, probably 5 gallon of Kilz to just get rid of the gaudiness. They even have one wall's black. Like, every room you go to, it's just so gaudy. Ugh. But anyways, we'll get it ready for sale after the 20th. So then she says to me as we're leaving, she's like, just so you know, we don't know anything about the 20th. We don't know anything about that. Which again, I think he just keeps them in the dark. You know what I mean? Like, He knows about the 20th. His lawyer has the papers from May 12th. 2 weeks ago. He's got to know. And she's like, we just don't know anything about it. I was like, maybe you don't. I said, I don't know what to tell you. That's not my problem. It's been filed. It's timestamped. The judge signed it. Arranged for the hearing. And he's got to go in there and deal with this. If he doesn't want to, that's on him. But he can't delay it anymore. The delays are over. Like, we're moving forward with this. And he's either going to come along or he's going to be left behind. But either way, the train's moving. And enough with this nice guy stuff. Like, I've just been too nice to too long to too many people that just don't deserve my grace. They just don't, you know? So, here we are. I got what I needed to out of there for now. There's still my whole room. She's like, you have to take this list. I said, I don't have to take the entire list. Not today, I don't. I don't have to ever. I said, and it doesn't even matter anyways, because there's still half of what's not on that list is what I'm still going to get. Like, when the judge says so. Like, my stuff is still here. Like, even if I take everything I purchased post-separation, there's still 50% of what is remaining or was that I'm going to be entitled to. Like, it's not over yet. This is just stuff I purchased since I left. You know what I mean? And I left the candles they've been using, and I left the soaps they've been using, and the toilet paper and the paper towels and all the cleaning supplies. But, you know, I have all these receipts from Amazon that they'll have to reimburse me for because they've been using it. I left that kind of stuff, you know? I didn't get that petty, but I could have. I can take anything I purchased post-separation. So, there's a lot in that house. A lot. That's, I think they just, I don't know what he's telling them. I honestly don't. I don't know where they're getting their advice from, but they need to look up basic marital law in Pennsylvania. He refuses to sign any of these sweet deals I've given him. And that means the deal's off the table. Like, you're given X amount of days to agree and comply to the terms. And if you don't, then that's it. We move on to the next deal. You know what I mean? That's it. And everything that's missing is just going to have a monetary value assessed to it. That's what I've been keeping track of here. My jewelry that went missing, and lingerie, and all of that stuff. So now everything I noticed yesterday, here's the shit as I caught them stealing now. I have proof of it because they didn't expect me coming, I guess. Or he didn't notify them I was coming. So stuff that he said was gone is not. But we've got him on record saying these things are gone, and they're not. So, they're there. So, his lies are going to slowly catch up here. All of them. Everything he's been saying. But at this point, there's like my personal stuff in my bedroom still that I need to go back for. And a few other things. But for the most part, I think I'm just going to take the cash option on all of this stuff that they've damaged, destroyed, got rid of, thrown away, did whatever, allowed him to burn in one of his fits of rage. I don't know what they're doing, but I thought somebody would try to put a handle on this dude, and it's not happening. So he's going to have to answer to that on the 20th, regardless if he knows about it or not. He better pay his lawyer bill, so he tells them, I guess. I don't know. So I said, look, Eric received it. Lawyer has it. So if he didn't tell him about it, I don't know what to tell you. You know? But of course she knows about it. I knew she would. Her mother recently requested to refriend me. So I figured she was coming back for info. And she's doing a good job because the stuff I'm putting out for her to report back. She's doing a good job. She's transferring that information, so it's what I needed her to do. But outside of that, there's really nothing else. Just the next big thing is the 20th of June. And they're all going to get quite the reality check that day. And I feel for them because I think they really believe that they're in the right and they're in the just, you know. But they're going to find out real quick. And it'll be a sad day for them all, you know. It'll be a sad day for them all. But then they'll need my grace. They're going to need my grace. For sure.